Stop scrolling, because the FBI just turned the music industry upside down with a leak so insane it makes Netflix crime docs look like bedtime stories. According to reports, agents cracked open a Tesla linked to none other than D4vd, the TikTok-born sad boy singer whose heartbreak ballads made millions cry in their bedrooms. And inside, they allegedly found a license tied to a murder. Yeah, you heard me right. Not a parking ticket, not an overdue registration, a license tied to a homicide investigation. The internet instantly unhinged. Twitter turned into a courtroom, Instagram became CSI, and TikTok straight-up reenactments with ring lights and fake FBI jackets. One side is screaming setup, the other side swears this is D4vd's final plot twist, and everyone in between is just dropping memes hotter than Kanye's divorce lawyers. This isn't just a scandal, it's a cultural earthquake. The FBI's got receipts, D4vd's silence is louder than a Nicki Minaj rant, and fans don't know whether to stream his music or delete it from their playlist before the feds come knocking. So buckle up, because what I'm about to break down will leave you gasping, laughing, and questioning if your favorite crooner is living in a Spotify playlist or a true crime special. The internet thought it had seen everything: celebrity divorces, wild rapper beefs, even Elon Musk trying to rap about Dogecoin. But nothing prepared us for this. The FBI allegedly finding a license tied to a murder inside a Tesla linked to D4vd. Yes, the same D4vd who went viral crooning about heartbreak under neon lights. The same kid fans called the sad boy savior. Now he's the centerpiece of a leak so insane it makes Maury reruns look like Sesame Street. Let's rewind. It all started when screenshots of confidential FBI documents started leaking onto Reddit and Twitter. And you know how the internet works. Give them one pixelated image with half a sentence, and they'll build a 12-season Netflix drama around it. Highlighted in yellow across the supposed doc were the words, "License connected to active homicide investigation." Sitting next to it, the Tesla details, whose name was allegedly tied to the vehicle. You guessed it, D4v. Within minutes, the screenshots spread like wildfire. Twitter Spaces opened faster than McDonald's drive-thrus at 2 a.m. YouTubers hit record before even brushing their teeth. Instagram T-pages spammed posts with dramatic fonts. FBI leaks, D4vd Tesla murder connection. It was chaos, glorious chaos. But here's the kicker. Nobody knew if the leaks were real. Were they legit FBI receipts, or just a bored graphic designer with Photoshop and a grudge? The internet didn't care. Facts are optional when the drama is this juicy. Fans, of course, went into meltdown. "Not my sad boy king," cried one stan account with a crying emoji that got 50,000 likes. Another fan tweeted, "So I've been crying to a murderer's music at 3 a.m. Be far." Meanwhile, trolls had a field day. One viral tweet read, "Tesla autopilot set to Grand Theft Auto mode," paired with a pic of the Model 3 surrounded by police tape. Retweets? Over 100K, and then came the TikTok detectives. Oh, you know the type. Ring light on, serious face. Dramatic captions like, "Everything makes sense now." They slowed down his songs, analyzing lyrics like they were FBI agents themselves. In Here With Me, he sings, "I don't care how long it takes." TikTokers claimed this was a confession about covering up a crime. In Romantic Homicide, the word homicide suddenly wasn't just metaphor, it was evidence. These kids had less proof than a flat earther, but twice the confidence. Millions of views poured in anyway. Meanwhile, D4vd himself? Silent, not a peep. His socials were more dead than Vine. And in today's culture, silence is basically an admission of guilt to the public. Fans kept refreshing his Instagram, waiting for some cryptic note or a black square apology. Nothing. His Twitter? Dusty. TikTok? Crickets. The silence screamed louder than any lyric he's ever written. Blogs saw the silence as blood in the water. TMZ ran a headline, "Sad boy singer D4vd tied to FBI Tesla investigation." Complex dropped, "From TikTok crooner to federal suspect, what we know." Even CNN couldn't resist a segment, their anchor clearly struggling not to laugh while explaining sad boy pop star linked to homicide license in Tesla. Then came the celebrity peanut gallery. First up, 21 Savage, who tweeted, "You're surprised. Everybody living a double life. No context, no clarification, just pure gasoline on the fire." Within hours, it had racked up over 100,000 likes. Cardi B went live on Instagram, shaking her head with acrylic nails clacking against her phone. This industry is insane. Like D4vd, the boy who sings about being heartbroken, now he in the FBI's business? You're playing with me. Ice Spice joined in with a one-liner that broke TikTok. Tesla's new feature, evidence compartment. And 50 Cent? Oh, you knew he wouldn't miss. He posted a photo of a Tesla wrapped in yellow crime scene tape and captioned it, "Get rich or drive trying." The internet collapsed. By day 2, the scandal wasn't just a leak anymore, it was a cultural circus. Hashtags were trending worldwide. D4vd exposed, Tesla case, and the brutal Sad Boy Slayer. Stan wars broke out. Team Free D4vd fans spammed crying emojis, claiming the FBI was targeting another young black artist. Haters launched D4vd felony tour memes, complete with fake concert flyers showing him performing behind prison bars. But here's where it got darker. Some outlets began whispering that the license wasn't just random. It was tied to a cold case involving a nightclub incident. Suddenly, what had been a meme fest turned into nervous laughter. Could this actually be serious? Reaction channels milked it for everything. Every YouTuber uploaded with screaming thumbnails. D4vd Tesla murder evidence. Their videos dragged on for 15 minutes of shocked faces, exaggerated gasps, and the occasional, "This is crazy, bro," every 30 seconds. By the time they hit their ad revenue mark, fans were no closer to answers. But the hysteria was through the roof. Meanwhile, conspiracy theorists went full tinfoil hat. Some claimed the FBI planted the license to sabotage his career. Others argued the Tesla itself was tracking him for Elon Musk's secret government partnership. A Reddit thread with 20,000 upvotes even declared, "D4vd is just a pawn in a bigger game. This is about Tesla's data tracking." Yes, apparently it wasn't about D4vd at all. It was about Musk's Teslas being undercover narc machines. Every new theory added fuel. Every meme gave the story new legs. Every celeb joke kept it trending. And still, D4vd stayed silent. His absence became the star of the show. By the end of week 1, the scandal had fully metastasized. What began as one fuzzy screenshot had turned into a multi-platform ecosystem of chaos. Fans were split, memes were merciless, blogs were thriving, and celebrities were piling on. And the truth, nobody had a clue what really happened, but the internet didn't care. The show had begun, and everyone wanted front row seats. The D4vd scandal didn't just escalate, it detonated like a firecracker in a gas station. What started as whispers about a license found in a Tesla morphed into a cultural catastrophe, with every corner of the internet adding fuel to the fire. By week 2, it wasn't just a scandal, it was the scandal. The silence from D4vd's camp became its own plotline. His socials were deader than Vine, and that absence turned into conspiracy gold. One theory claimed he was under FBI gag order. Another insisted his team was strategically keeping him quiet to build suspense for an eventual album. And the most unhinged, fans swore he was in witness protection, sipping iced lattes in Idaho while the internet imploded. Meanwhile, the celebrities couldn't keep their mouths shut. Cardi B returned to IG Live like she was hosting a talk show, practically screaming into her camera. "I told y'all, the industry is crazy. These kids look all innocent and then boom, them feds pull up. I ain't saying nothing, but..." And just like that, she said everything without saying anything. SEA dropped a cryptic Instagram story. Black background, white letters. Not everything you sing is a metaphor. Fans instantly connected it to D4vd. Was it shade? Was it wisdom? Did she just soft cancel him? The debates raged for days. Savage stirred the pot again with another tweet. "Everybody guilty until proven richer." It became the most retweeted post of the week. Drake, of course, stayed on brand, liking a random meme of a Tesla with sirens photoshopped on top. No statement, no words, just subtle, petty energy. But nobody topped 50 Cent. This man lives for other people's drama. He uploaded an edit of a Tesla pulling into a courtroom, complete with sound effects of screeching tires, and captioned, "Episode 1, Romantic Felony." Millions of views. Timeline destroyed. While celebs roasted him, fan culture descended into war. The D4vd movement doubled down, with stan accounts posting tearful TikToks about how his music saved their lives. They argued the FBI was targeting a young black artist who got too famous too fast. One video showed a girl sobbing while singing "Here With Me" into her phone mic. 10 million views, endless duets. But haters weren't backing down. They launched the brutal D4vd felony tour trend. Fake concert posters popped up with slogans like, "Live from Cell Block C." Edits showed him performing in orange jumpsuits with prison guards as backup dancers. Savage, yes, viral? Absolutely. Savage, yes, viral? Absolutely. Meanwhile, the memes evolved into cultural artifacts. TikTok edits turned Tesla charging ports into secret compartments. Twitter users edited him into GTA loading screens with FBI wanted, flashing in bold letters. Instagram Reels mocked fans defending him with captions like, "POV, you're writing a 50-tweet thread defending your fave while the FBI watches." But the biggest twist dropped, courtesy of TMZ. They released a source claiming the license was tied to a cold case nightclub incident. Suddenly, the laughs hit a wall. Up until then, it was jokes and memes. But a cold case? That hit different. Suddenly, people weren't just laughing. They were nervous. CNN picked it up, treating it like breaking news. Anchors in suits discussed D4vd's lyrics like they were evidence in court. The song Romantic Homicide, do we interpret this literally? A serious-faced journalist asked, as if genius lyric breakdowns were admissible in federal trials. The absurdity was peak internet, yet terrifyingly real. And the reaction videos? They multiplied. YouTubers dropped hour-long breakdowns with thumbnails like D4vd Tesla evidence, FBI case explained, shocking. They filled 20 minutes with dramatic pauses, sighs, and fake concern while milking ad revenue. Twitch streamers replayed the leaks with exaggerated gasps, some even role-playing as FBI investigators. The hustle was strong. Elon Musk, not one to miss a viral moment, tweeted, "Tesla autopilot designed for driving, not alibis." Twitter exploded, replies flooded with, "So you admitting something?" Musk added fuel, replying to a random fan, "Don't worry, our trunks are spacious, but not for that." Tone deaf? Yes, viral. Instantly. By now, the scandal wasn't even about D4vd anymore. It was bigger. It became a cultural symbol, a meme economy, a distraction people clung to while ignoring rent, inflation, and politics. Memes, reactions, theories. They weren't just entertainment, they were currency. Protest energy even hit the streets. Outside D4vd's label office, fans held homemade signs. "Justice for D4vd. FBI framed him, and the unforgettable. Sad boys don't kill." Photos went viral, sparking debates. Were they defending him, or just addicted to chaos? Podcasts got in on it too. Every host suddenly acted like a legal expert. True crime podcasters claimed exclusive insight. Hip-hop podcasts roasted him for being the softest artist to catch the hardest charge. Even Joe Rogan jumped in with a 3-hour rant about Teslas, FBI conspiracies, and aliens. Clips went viral, fueling the storm. The funniest subplot? Schools. Teachers reported students arguing mid-class over whether D4vd was guilty. Kids wore shirts with "Free D4vd" scribbled on them in Sharpie. College dorms held trial nights, where students pretended to be lawyers debating the Tesla evidence. The line between scandal and culture blurred beyond recognition. And still, no word from D4vd. The silence wasn't just mysterious anymore, it was haunting. Fans treated every old lyric, every past IG story, every interview as clues. Threads popped up. 10 times D4vd warned us. People claimed his entire discography was one big confession hiding in plain sight. By the end of the month, it wasn't just news, it was law. The D4vd Tesla saga wasn't dying down, it was mutating. From memes to protests, from celebrity trolling to FBI whispers, the chaos had reached levels so absurd even reality TV producers were jealous. And the worst part? Nobody was closer to the truth. When the smoke started to settle, the internet didn't get answers. It just got more addicted. The FBI hadn't dropped official updates. D4vd hadn't spoken a word. And yet the Tesla scandal was everywhere. By now, it wasn't just a headline. It was a living, breathing organism mutating through memes, podcasts, protest hashtags, and fan meltdowns. The first and most obvious casualty? D4vd's career, or at least the career he thought he was building. The sad boy crooner brand was shattered. Before the leak, his biggest scandal was making millions cry with heartbreak ballads. Now he was synonymous with FBI raids and cold case whispers. Spotify didn't ban him, but fans noticed something strange. His tracks started disappearing from curated playlists. YouTube music videos stopped getting promoted. Brands that once lined up for moody collabs quietly ghosted. In an industry built on image, silence is death. And right now, D4vd's silence was louder than ever. But irony works in mysterious ways. The scandal turned him from TikTok star to cultural villain overnight, and villains always get clicks. His old tracks surged in streams, not because people loved him, but because they wanted to dissect every lyric like they were forensic evidence. Romantic Homicide charted again, this time with fans posting courtroom memes under it. His Spotify plays went up as people mocked him. Hate clicks, love clicks, streams are streams. Meanwhile, the industry scrambled. Labels held secret meetings asking themselves, if D4vd isn't safe, who is? He wasn't the typical rapper with a messy history. He was the clean-cut sad boy, the poster child for Gen Z heartbreak. If he could end up in a Tesla murder leak, then everyone was fair game. Managers started vetting their artists like they were CIA agents. PR teams rewrote crisis playbooks overnight. Celebs kept pouring fuel on the fire. Kanye West, ever the opportunist, tweeted, "Told you all about Teslas, demonic machines." The post had nothing to do with D4vd, but people connected the dots anyway. Zaye, cryptic as ever, added another story. Sometimes the quiet ones scream the loudest. Fans debated if it was shade or just poetry, and Justin Bieber dropped a single comment under a meme, praying for him. Boom, headlines everywhere. The cultural ripple was insane. High schools reported kids arguing about whether D4vd was guilty or framed. College dorms turned it into a drinking game. Every time someone mentioned Tesla, take a shot. Podcasters milked it to death. Late-night comedians roasted him, one even quipping, "The only license D4vd should have had was a driver's license, and now look at him." The audience howled. But the darkest part was the trust issue. Fans started questioning every artist they loved. If the safe kid could be tied to an FBI leak, then what about everyone else? TikTok filled with posts like, "Who's next?" People side-eyed their playlists like they were crime scenes. The innocence bubble in the music industry had popped, and there was no patching it back up. And let's not forget Tesla itself. Elon Musk's PR nightmare only got worse. He tried to joke about it, tweeting, "Our trunks are spacious, but not for that." The internet dragged him mercilessly. Memes of Teslas with crime scene tape plastered across them flooded every platform. For weeks, Tesla wasn't just an electric car, it was a punchline. Meanwhile, stan culture doubled down. The Porsche-free D4vd movement kept growing, convinced he was a victim of FBI sabotage. They wrote 50 tweet threads about corruption, made TikTok edits painting him as a martyr, even showed up outside his label's office with posters reading, "Sad boys don't kill." On the flip side, the D4 felony tour kept going viral, with memes of him performing from prison racking up millions of shares. The divide was permanent, but the silence? Oh, the silence ate everyone alive. Week after week, no statement, no explanation, no music. His last Instagram post became a digital shrine, flooded with comments ranging from "we believe you" to "confess already." The more he stayed quiet, the more people treated his past lyrics like prophecy. One thread titled 10 times D4vd warned us went viral, pulling obscure lines from his songs and spinning them into hidden confessions. Documentaries popped up. YouTube hustlers made hour-long videos with ominous music and evidence breakdowns. Netflix's Twitter account even teased, "Would you watch this doc?" With an eye emoji and a Tesla photo, the replies were millions of yeses. People weren't just following the scandal, they wanted the series. And then, just when the chaos seemed ready to cool off, another leak hit. Anonymous sources whispered that more evidence had been found in the Tesla. No details, no receipts, just whispers. But that was enough. The internet spiraled all over again. Memes came back to life. Hashtags trended, and fans panicked. The cliffhanger was perfect. No closure, no answers, just more questions. And in the age of digital chaos, that's better than truth. The aftermath was clear. D4vd wasn't just an artist anymore, he was folklore. His name lived in the same breath as Tesla, FBI, and murder license. His reputation, polarized forever. To some, he was a victim, to others a villain, but to everyone, he was unforgettable. And that's the terrifying beauty of scandal. It doesn't need closure to survive, it just needs attention. And this one, it had the whole world's. Because if there's one universal law of the internet, it's this: the truth is boring, but the drama lives forever. And this drama, far from over. And there you have it. the scandal that turned a Tesla into a crime scene, the FBI into pop culture icons, and D4vd from sad boy crooner into the internet's favorite true crime suspect. From heartbreak ballads to homicide headlines, this saga proves that in today's music industry, your next single isn't as important as your next scandal. But let's keep it real. You didn't come here for the facts, you came here for the drama, and that's what we serve fresh out the oven every single time. This channel doesn't just report scandals. We roast them, exaggerate them, and marinate them in enough sarcasm to make Gordon Ramsay blush. So here's the deal. Smash that like button like it owes you child support. Hit subscribe harder than D4vd stands hitting replay on romantic homicide. And don't forget to turn on notifications, because scandals don't wait for your schedule. They drop unannounced, like surprise mixtapes or Nick Cannon's Next Kid. Now drop a comment below. Is D4vd guilty, framed, or just the unluckiest Tesla driver since OJ? Are you team FBI receipts or team free sad boy? I want the comment section looking like a courtroom brawl with memes as evidence. Because tomorrow, it won't be D4vd, it'll be someone else. The chaos carousel never stops, and the rap truth is where we ride it to the end. This is the Rap Truth, signing off with one final reminder. In the music game, the hits fade fast, but the scandals, oh, those play on repeat.